I'm 19 years old, and my girlfriend and I are going on our first big vacation. I'm super excited. We have everything packed, we have everything planned out, and now it's time for the important decisions. What watches am I going to bring? These are some questions I'm going to ask myself, and you need to ask yourself too if you're going to consider traveling with luxury watches. I've got some different means of storing your watches when traveling, and I'll be going over those later in the video. And of course, at the end, I'll tell you which watches I decided I'm going to bring. Before we start asking the questions you need to know, my name is Keanu Carey, and this channel is dedicated to documenting my collecting journey. If that's your jam, then hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Question number one, what are you going to be doing on this trip? Is this going to be a wedding trip or maybe like a formal business trip? Are you going to need a very nice dress watch? Maybe choose something like this Cartier Santos with the rose gold accents and the black leather strap on it. Or maybe you're going on a beach trip and you need something that's going to have a lot of water resistance. Might look good on a NATO strap, might look good on a rubber strap. Then check out these dive watches. This is the Orient Ray 2 and the Seiko SKX013. Maybe you're going to be going hiking, and a NATO strap would be just perfect for that. If you're doing anything else, a solid bracelet would look really nice, and it's going to be super versatile. You're going to be traveling, and you want to enjoy what you're doing, so make sure you pick the right watch for the occasion. Question number two, do you want a GMT watch? GMT stands for Greenwich Mean Time. With this watch right here, you can track a second time zone. You by no means need to buy a GMT watch. You can definitely just subtract the hours in your head, but sometimes it can be really fun. And if that's something that you want to do, consider bringing a GMT watch with you. You can take the Seiko 5 GMT. This is a very affordable GMT, but it has the chapter ring that has the 24-hour scale on it, which means you can track up to 3 different time zones with it. Or let's say you're going to 6 different places and you need to track all the different time zones at once. Just double risk 2 different GMTs. Question number 3, are you going somewhere safe? Is it going to be a smart idea to bring super expensive watches? How loud are your watches going to be? Are you going to wear a bright gold Rolex and that might stand out and get you robbed? Or are you going to wear maybe a black digital Casio that people either they won't see or they're going to know is less than $10? It might make sense for me to bring my orange Casio F91W if I'm going somewhere that's a little bit more dangerous. Whereas if I'm going somewhere that's not going to be like a big city, or maybe it's more of a resort, so I know there's going to be security and is less likely for me to be robbed, I might bring my Rolex or one of my Cartiers or something. Think about the crime in the place you're going, and don't ever put yourself in danger just to wear the watch you want. It's way better to miss out on a couple of days of wearing your watch than to lose your wrist over it. The fourth question I would ask myself is, are you a sentimental person? Are you going to miss out on not making memories with a certain watch? Are you going to want to be wearing that watch when a special event happens? Which watches do you want to wear during certain events to have that ingrained in your memory? Maybe you'll be taking pictures during that time and you want to make sure that your watch is visible. As a person who flips their watches a lot, I'm not going to bring a watch I know I'm going to flip. This Orient Ray 2, it's pretty big on me. I bought it to make a review. I'm probably not going to keep it long term, and so I wouldn't bring it with me on a trip if I know that I'm not going to wear it forever. This Rolex OP was a gift to me from my parents, and so it's very special to me. I might wear this watch to make more memories with it, especially if I'm going on a family vacation. But this is kind of a double-edged sword. Maybe if you have a super sentimental piece, you wouldn't want to bring it because what happens if something happens to it? I think that you should always ask yourself, if I lost this watch on this trip, would it ruin the trip for me? If you're a watch collector, you're probably a sentimental person. This means that you like creating memories and attaching them to these inanimate objects, and these are connections to people, to places that you've been. And so it's important to know that yes, you can make more connections, but you could also lose your connections. And so ask yourself, are you a sentimental person, and is losing this watch going to ruin the vacation for you? The fifth question I would ask myself is, what strap are you going to bring? Are you going to bring a Jubilee bracelet? This is a very versatile bracelet that can be worn pretty much with any outfit. It's always going to look nice. It can be dressy. It can be casual. Is this something that you're going to want? Or maybe you'll bring an army of NATO straps so that way you can match your outfits to your watch strap every single day. Maybe you prefer a more comfortable strap that won't be bugging you as much and that you can wear in the water, and that's going to be very versatile. Then go with like a sailcloth strap or a rubber strap. These straps are very durable and they're going to be much more flexible than a bracelet would be. And I know that a lot of people choose the sailcloth straps as their travel straps. If you're on a vacation where you're going from relaxation to maybe hiking and going and going and going, a flexible rubber strap or sailcloth strap is definitely going to be the play. And like I mentioned earlier, if you need a dressy or business attire watch, then you're probably going to pair it with a leather strap. The straps play a huge part in the wearability of a watch and how comfortable it is. If you just want one strap, you don't have to worry about it, pick the rubber or the sailcloth strap. If you want another one that's really great and versatile for different options, the NATO strap or the nylon straps can be great. And if you must have a bracelet, make sure you get one with a quick adjust. Number 6 is a big one. How many watches are you going to bring? Now, let's be honest, guys, you don't need to bring your whole collection. Please do not bring your entire collection with you, because what if something happens, then you just have no watches left to wear. Another reason why you shouldn't bring all of them is just the more you wear, the less memories you can create with each one of them. There's something kind of special about bringing just one watch and then having that watch be the memory holder for the entire trip. Every time you look at that watch, you'll be like, that's the watch I wore during this trip. I know having only one watch is like really weird in the watch collecting space. So maybe if you really must have more than one watch, maybe pick out a good 2 to 3 watch collection. Bring a sporty watch for most occasions, like this Rolex OP34. Bring your dive watch for any pool days or rough terrain, like this Seiko SKX013. And for your third and final watch, bring like a beater watch or a cheap watch that you don't mind losing or breaking, or that maybe you can wear if there's somewhere you're going that's a little bit less safe. My choice is going to be this Casio G-Shock. This watch is awesome. It has stopwatch, alarm features, it has a backlight, and it's just overall a really well made watch. And because it is a digital analog watch, then that means you have the functionality of the digital features, but you're also going to get that really nice look of the analog hands. Last thing to consider with this point is the less watches you bring, the less decision making you have to make when you wake up every morning. You don't want to be fumbling around trying to figure out which watch you want to bring. You want to be enjoying the vacation. You want to be enjoying the experience that you're going on. Before we get to the decision of the watches I'll be bringing, number 7, how are you going to store these watches? Don't just shove a watch in your pocket. There are definitely safe ways to store watches. Way number 1 would be just a small watch pouch. This is a one that I have that can hold one watch. This is pocket sized, so if you wanted to put this in your pocket and have it with you. I know me personally, I feel a little bit uneasy about leaving expensive stuff in the hotel room. So with this one, you could carry this around with you or even put it in a bag. Maybe I wouldn't put this in a bag because there is no hard shell on this. Your watch won't be as protected as if it was in a case or something. Speaking of a case, do not bring your entire watch case. Don't bring like the big ones. Anything like this is just going to take up so much space. And yeah, it looks cool to display them, but you don't want to display your watches to anyone when you're on vacation. Just bring a simple travel pouch. Something like this is way more manageable. It's small, it's easy, it's a hard shell, so it'll protect your watch no matter what, and it just looks really nice and classy. You can put this in a suitcase or a bag. It'll be really nice to fit in there. But it can only hold one watch. So if you want to bring a ton of watches with you, you're going to be stuck with either a watch roll or a watch pouch. First up with these watch rolls, they kind of just roll out. They give you 4 to 8. I've even seen like 12. This one only holds 4, but there's definitely more out there. Your watches are fairly secure, and this is pretty inconspicuous if you think about it. I mean, this isn't going to draw a lot of attention to itself, which is nice. Especially this one, which is made out of canvas. It's not going to draw the eyes that you don't want to see your expensive stuff. These aren't hard shelled, so your watches might be more susceptible to damage in these. And if you have integrated watches with curved bands, they won't really fit into these slots at all. Same can be said for the watch pouch. They won't really fit into the slots. You'd have to have like a very flexible bracelet or either a leather strap or NATO or some sort of longer strap. I like bringing this one specifically because it's pocket sized. It's like a tablet, so you can kind of put it into spots, into bags where they'd already have spots for it. I forgot to mention, but all of these are provided by Cool Vintage Watches. They don't pay me to promote these. They're just kind of props in my videos I use. You don't have to buy it from them, but they do offer these if you are looking to pick one up. Again, hashtag unsponsored, but product placement, so. Before I pick out which travel case I'm going to bring, I guess I have to decide which watches I want to bring. This was almost a very easy decision for me. I am a super sentimental guy. I really only want to bring one watch, which is my Rolex Oyster Perpetual. I want to wear this as much as possible and make as many memories in it. And I've recently put it on this sailcloth strap, so it's way more comfortable. It's literally fit for vacationing. Maybe I'm going in the pool or something and I don't want a bracelet. This is like literally the perfect travel watch right here. The only problem is I'm going to San Francisco, and while their crime rates have been going down steadily, they are known to be a city full of crime and definitely not a safe place to be wearing a watch. Maybe it's like America's London. I've heard that London's really bad for crime. And so, of course, I'm not going to bring a Rolex to a crime infested place. Even if I think I'll be safe, I know that losing this watch would ruin my vacation, and so I'm not going to take the risk. Unfortunately, that means I have to pick from all my other watches, and I was really thinking about it. I was thinking really hard. I could bring a GMT watch. San Francisco is 2 hours away, but honestly, it might be easier to track the 2 hour difference than to try to read a GMT 24-hour scale. I have another really affordable GMT, the Seiko 5 GMT that I could bring, and I was thinking about it, but the issue is that this watch is 42 by 46 on me, but it's thick and it's heavy, and when I'm on vacation, I don't want a janky watch. I don't want a watch that's weighing down my wrist. I've been thinking about the Seiko SKX, but the bright Jubilee bracelet, I don't want someone to mistake it for an expensive watch, and I don't want to have to worry about this bracelet doesn't have any micro adjust on it, and sometimes my wrists swell up when I'm on vacation because of the heat. I don't know how comfortable this watch would be doing every single activity that we have planned out, so I'm not bringing the Seiko SKX. I'm a pretty sentimental guy, and so I'm not going to bring a watch with me to make memories that I'm planning on selling later. So that eliminates the Orient Ray 2. The Casio F91W is a really good contender. I think it's awesome. It's very fun and colorful. And, obviously I'm not going to get robbed for a little $10 watch. But this watch, being so colorful, isn't super versatile. And because I'm bringing a variety of outfits, I don't know if this would fit all of them. So maybe this isn't the watch for this vacation. The G-Shock is cool, but it's a G-Shock. I've never really had sentimental attachments to it. I prefer mechanical watches, so probably not going to be bringing the G-Shock. If I bring it, it's going to be a backup watch just in case I lose or something happens to my other watch. And so, of course, that means that I'm going to be bringing my Nevada Grenchen Chronomaster. If I had one word to describe the Nevada Grenchen Chronomaster, it would be versatile. This watch has not only a chronograph feature, but also it is 100 meters of water resistance, and it's technically a dive watch because it's got that dive bezel on there. The dive bezel also doubles as a GMT bezel, so you're going to be able to track a second time zone if you want. This watch has very neutral colors, very versatile black. Black dials can be styled with a variety of straps, and this one has a 20mm lug width, which makes it perfect to mechanical chronograph. I really like mechanical watches over digital watches. I think that they're just going to be cooler and more fun to wear. I've been wearing this watch for the past couple months now, and I've been super excited to take it with me to San Francisco. I hope I made the right choice, but what choice would you have made? Leave that down in the comments below. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.